Since our last interview, Keefe D has been arrested for the murder of Tupac.
Had a little something to do with that, huh?
My interview played a role.
I remember the interview when it first dropped.
Yeah, it was big.
And I was like, this motherfucker's singing like a bird. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why you put, but I guess he felt he had this deal that he could talk about her or something like that and would get some kind of...
Yeah, well, he wrote a book also.
Yeah.
The interview was based on the book.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, his deal, which is known as a proffer agreement, did give him immunity, but just during that time. If he chose to retell the story, there is no lifetime universal immunity. So
I don't think he read the fine print.
I don't think he read the fine print. Exactly. And, there was a lot of people, listen, I joke around a little bit and say, I solved the Tupac murder, because I felt back then that was the whole story. And, it got on the radar of Las Vegas PD along with the other interviews that he did.
Yeah, but it should have, because he was singing like a bird.
Well, he put himself into
car.
A major crime.
Right.
Into a murder of the most popular person on earth, essentially.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet Tupac?
No.
Boo.
One of the big regrets of my life.
You never came by Soul Beat?
He did, but it wasn't with me.
Boo.
I know.
Boo.
And I know everybody else in Digital Underground. But
yeah, rest in peace, Shock G. I think he died since our last interview.
He did.
But now he is facing murder charges. His trial, I think, is pushed back to June. There's rumors that he got beat up in prison, in jail. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I mean, he's 61 years old. But what he's saying now is that everything he said in these interviews in his book was just for entertainment purposes only.
Like OJ's book, If I Did It?
Yeah, If I Did It. Right. I read that book, by the way. I was actually supposed to do an OJ interview at one point. We just couldn't figure out the terms.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted...
I would love to see that.
Yeah, it was going to be for $100,000. And we were going to touch on the murder case, but not really dig too deep into it. It was going to be mostly about
That's a shame, because you're a good digger.
Oh yeah, I'm a digger. Call me Dig Dug. Those my age, they know what that is. And it was, but it seemed like everyone was with it. It was going to happen. And then the guy that was in charge of handling it was like, I want all the money in cash before he walks in the room. And I'm like, hell no.
He's still trying to extort motherfuckers.
Fuck out of here. I ain't doing that dumb shit. He owes, $10 million to the Brown family?
Like a dope deal. It's like a dope deal.
Yeah, I said, I'll pay you half up front and half at the end. He said, no, we need the whole thing up front. I'm like, so he can just take the money and drive off, and I can't do nothing about it. And he owes millions to his own kids. I said, I ain't doing that dumb shit. So it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what
under
it
them
is.
terms, I get it.
But you being from Oakland and Tupac, although he didn't move around, I felt like Oakland was his real home.
Well, he felt that way too.
He felt that way as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you feel any sense of closure over this arrest?
A little bit. A little bit. It ain't going to bring Pac back. I feel a little bit of closure, but not completely. It won't bring Pac back.
Right.
Orlando's already dead, so we can't do nothing to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Keefe's the last living person in that car.
Yeah, and I think for the reason that he ran his mouth so much, he's getting what he deserved. Because if I had gotten away with that, I wouldn't still be talking about it, writing books. Do he look like an author to you? If this hadn't happened, you think he had a book in him that he was going to write anyway? So just explain
he had a co-writer.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I feel
Keefe D probably wouldn't have wrote a book in his life
if it wasn't for this.
Exactly.
Yeah, and honestly, had he not said anything, there was nothing that he could be charged with.
That's right.
He got away with it, essentially.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And at the time, he was also facing a life sentence for PCP and cocaine distribution, which he walked away from as well because of admitting to this. So he dodged multiple bullets. But, man, clout is a hell of a drug.
It is. And that's what it was. He was getting this little, You know, he was bragging. He was bragging. And for that reason he deserved what he get, you know.
Right.
Don't brag on this shit, man. This was the worst.
Well, and he was living in Vegas at the time.
Yeah.
Which is where Pac got killed.
Right. On Koval.
Yeah. Like you're basically around the police officers who ultimately arrested you.
Yeah.
So it's wild. I didn't expect it to happen. Honestly, I was like, well,
I was tickled to death that it did though. Cause it always kills me people who do shit and you think you done got away with it. You done lived a life and then one day. I mean, it happened to me, so.
Well, the wheels of justice turn slowly. So you think you got away with it.
You think you do, but it's
And
never
then
too
the
late to
time
get back.
passes and you forget about
That's
it.
right.
You push your luck maybe a few more times.
You go to get some gas in the car one day and you
Then boom.
never go home
You
again.
never come home again. Yeah, I mean, because at this point, anything he gets is probably going to be a life sentence.
It's
At 61
over.
years
it's
old.
It's all over.
He's in bad health. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean,
so somebody should suffer for it. So why not him? Somebody should suffer for this.